Welcome to Kinda Funny's MCU in review. This one is a little bit different, Greg. You know why?
Because no one else is here?
No,
there's a lot of elbow room. I can finally do this.
This feels real good. The Kinda Hunnies are going to rank the MCU. That's right. While we did the MCU in review leading up all the way through 2018, leading into Infinity War,
right?
Our girlfriends / wives watched along with us, to varying degrees.
Of course,
some people fell asleep during certain movies.
Yeah, a lot of that happened.
And some, so how good is their memory? You'll have to see it and find out. Watch this video. Do they do the podcast within the podcast?
Oh yeah,
I have it on good authority that they do.
They did, yeah.
But yeah, this is them ranking all of the MCU movies so far. I can't wait to watch this. I haven't seen it yet. I just heard a lot about it. This was the second show that they recorded that day. They were drinking rosé the entire time.
A lot of champagne, a lot of champs, as Joey Noel calls it.
The champs, dude. They had the shambongs. It's a whole situation.
That's over on the Game Over Greggy show. You can catch that on patreon.com/kindafunny right now, or pretty much right now, or youtube.com/kindafunny next time around.
Yeah.
Or next week.
Either way, thank you for your support. Next week will be Ant-Man and the Wasp review.
So we're dusting off the MCU in review. Taking a pause. We've done a hard pause on the XCU in review of X-Men. Next week, MCU in review returns. Then back to X-Men.
The week after that, it will be the return of X-Men, X-Men First Class. We made a little mistake with the scheduling on some stuff. I know we said that last week, but the new schedule now is this week, Kinda Hunnies, MCU in review. Next week, Ant-Man and the Wasp, MCU in review. Then following that, X-Men First Class, XCU in review. Enjoy this.
Now, I've always wanted to be alone with you so you could rank my ab.
Rank your ab. It's a good ab. It's rock and roll.
Thrust.
What's up, guys?
I got a mouthful of burrito.
Jen is actively chewing. Welcome to the Kinda Hunnies MCU in review, where we rank every single single movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm Gia Harris, along with Jen.
Hi.
Paula.
Hi.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
He's here.
We've been day drinking.
A fair amount of mimosas. And Joey back there holding it all together.
She fed me some burrito.
Yeah. Jen's
so good.
Yeah. You can get this show every Thursday at 9 a.m. on youtube.com/kindafunny or on podcast services around the globe by searching for Kinda Funny Reviews on your podcast service of choice. No.
I want to show the camera.
Oh, Tim wrote me a script, and I'll tell you why Tim wrote me a script. Because I have seen all of the Marvel movies. I have never watched a single MCU in review other than the occasional midnight taping of one where we've been drinking in the other room. Yeah. So, Jen, how many MCU reviews have you seen?
None. But I watched a lot of recordings.
Okay. You've been there, like, sitting cross-legged in front.
Yeah. No final edits, though.
Okay. And Paula, what about you?
I've watched a few.
Okay.
Not all of them, but a few.
And Joey, what about you?
I've watched half of a lot of them.
Okay.
But what I really wanted to show was how many notes Tim gave you. It is
if you have any doubt that Tim is a hard worker.
He wrote this in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's what you got to say.
He prepped me. I did not prepare at all.
Me neither.
Okay. We had to watch all of these movies as the guys did. So today we are going to try our best to remember what the hell happened and rank every MCU movie up to Avengers Infinity War.
I fell asleep a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were not my favorite.
I hate the Avengers.
Okay, so actually let's
that's a bold move to lead out with.
Let's do a little backstory on our experience prior to this binging weekly MCU in review starting January 1st in leading up to Avengers Infinity War.
Okay.
Paula, I'll start with you.
Sure.
How many Marvel movies had you seen prior to January 2018?
So I might have a slightly different experience because
you work on them.
Yeah. Well, because when Marvel movies started to get popular, I think I went to go see one, which was Captain America: Winter Soldier, and I saw it without any context, and I did not like it at all. And I was like, Kevin, I never want to see any of these movies again. And I got
it's
really
mad. That's the best one. So
I know, I've heard that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it's a really good one.
And I got really mad just because I didn't understand what was happening. And I was like, Kevin, and I want to say we went to go see it at a midnight showing, and that's why I was in such a bad mood. And so then I was really irritated. And then I actually got put on a Marvel movie to work on the VFX, and I was like, okay, before I start in this movie, I think I knew like a few months ago, but like before I started on it, and I was like, I need to watch them all. So I watched them all, and then I got really into them, and then I liked them
because understood the story.
I was also older, and I was like, okay, cool.
It was sort of like you were committed to
I
the
wanted to understand
progression
what's
and the
happening.
story.
Yeah,
you were invested
and,
in a different way.
Yeah, because I'd never really been into superheroes before in general. I liked the old Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire a lot. I was a huge fan of it. But aside from that, I was like, I haven't really watched these movies. So I watched them all and I started to get really into them. And then I liked them a lot. And and that's where I feel like I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My introduction to superhero movies was one of the really bad X-Men ones. So I was really never into superhero movies.
So we're doing...
Right now we're watching all the fucking
going through the
X-Men
X-Men movies right now because we're a little anachronistic. We're out of time a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I said that word wrong. But
Anachronistic.
Anachronistic? Yeah.
Anachronistic.
Out of chronology is what I mean to say. But okay, so which one had you seen? Which X-Men movie was your first X-Men movie?
I think the first one.
Okay.
But I liked it, and then it just goes down the drain.
Yeah.
And then the Avengers movies, I was really bad at watching. The Hulk movie, never watched it until recently when Greg had me sit down and watch it.
So which was the first MCU one that you were able to watch?
Oh my God.
Or wanted to watch?
I don't even know because it's such a blur to me because I thought they all fit within, like I was confused with Fantastic Four and the Avengers, and I'm like, why?
It is kind of confusing.
Yeah. And not being a comic book reader, like I'll ask Tim about sort of like what the canon is, and it sounds like they all kind of reside in similar canons here and there, and there's overlap in a lot of ways, and yet they're kept so separate for all of these weird, like proprietary reasons.
I think it has to be one of the Iron Man movies or the Spider-Man movies, the one with the shitty ones with Tobey Maguire.
Okay. Cool. So that's not a part of this canon.
I like him.
So those will not be on our ranking today.
Tobey Maguire?
He looks like a weird 50-year-old man in a like really nubile body.
But Spider-Man's supposed to be a nerd.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
No, but he's like the slimy kind of nerd, not like the endearing kind of nerd. Tobey Maguire.
I felt like he was endearing.
Well, how do we feel about what's his name? That's the wrong one.
Holland.
Tom Holland.
I love him.
I like him too.
Okay. So
he's
good.
All right.
Homecoming was so good.
Yeah, it's one of the best, I'll say, as a spoiler to our
ranking. There's a definite line to me, and I'm skipping ahead like a fuck ton, but where Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and then people were like, oh, let's embrace the actual comic book tone and humor and like nonsensical bullshit in our movies rather than...
So you don't feel like Iron Man had humor?
It was like a rich white dude humor. I don't know.
I love Iron Man.
You do?
Oh my God, he's my favorite by far.
I don't know.
Oh, he's
by
my favorite.
I like him recently. Like the relationship he's building with Spider-Man really gets to me.
I mean, sure. I mean, that gives him a little more depth.
I really do like that relationship. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we jump in movie by movie?
Okay.
So the first being Iron Man 1.
Oh my God. Is it the one where he wakes up in the desert? Because he's trying out new nuclear weapons, and then he gets kidnapped.
Well, I think that happens more than once. But right?
No, wait. Okay, what's the story of the first one? He's selling weapons to the government.
Yeah.
And then he gets kidnapped by this dude with the weird tentacles, like electric tentacles.
So Jen, I want you to know that, as maybe you know, having seen all of the MCU and review movies, that Greg actually spends most of the review giving a very in-depth synopsis. So if you're comfortable.
Sure, okay. I fall asleep usually 30 minutes in.
So just give us your 30-minute.
No, but I just want to know if it's the right one.
Yeah, the problem is when you watch every week, and now we're 4 or 5 months from it.
Well,
they blur together.
There are a lot of movies,
Okay,
so I feel like we can't spend tons of time on each one.
No, but here's I'll still give my synopsis.
Okay, well, maybe we should do this.
Okay.
Maybe we should do...
recollection of synopsis and then real synopsis.
No, well, we could do that. Or I was going to think we should just gut reactions, like Iron Man 1.
Okay.
Good or bad.
Okay.
Memorable moments. feedback of any kind.
My problem is I'm not even sure which one is the first one. I think it's the one where he looks like he's straight out of the Matrix movie and he's selling a bunch of weapons to the government.
Yeah.
And then it fucks him over. He gets kidnapped, gets his heart ripped out. It makes sense, right? Because he didn't have a regular heart before. I think he got like the reactor in and so forth. So he gets like that really shitty technology in, and then he somehow survives, and he kind of septic shock from being in the fucking desert with no sterile tools to fucking have surgery. What the fuck? And so he gets this really gnarly metal suit on that who the fuck has the material, that like the proper tools and material to build that. And then he flies away, and then I fell asleep, so I don't remember the rest of it.
Okay. I remember liking this movie. I remember thinking it was like a kind of a nice sense of humor as opposed to any other superhero movie I'd ever seen.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter.
Yeah. And I remember I thought that the ending was crazy when he announced that he just says it in like a press conference.
Yeah, because his motivations were always like profit related, right? And now he's like, no.
Well, it's also like up until that point, like to sort of what we've been saying prior to this, it's like most of our exposure to superheroes was Spider-Man, who is very much incognito, not a public persona. And so for the end of the movie to be like, hey, I'm owning this, like this is who I am, and it's a thing now, I think.
Oh yeah, right, because he goes, I'm Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man. And you think, and there's all this like rigmarole associated with him hiding it, and what is he gonna say in this press conference? And then he's just like, yeah, I'm Iron Man.
Shout out to Pepper Potts.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
Who I can never get her name right? I'm always saying like Penny or Poppy or something.
She, I don't like that dynamic at all.
It's a little, there's like
they have
some
an
power
interesting
issues.
relationship.
Yeah, there's definitely some HR
violations.
Yeah.
No, for sure. What do you guys think of Terrence Howard as Rhodey before he gets replaced by
Who's Rhodey?
The guy who ends up being Joey? You need to help me. What's his name? War Machine.
Oh, the MMA person who got arrested for beating his wife? No.
Oh, so Terrence Howard, original cast, I believe that's what you're referring to. He gets recast in subsequent movies.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about the wrestler War Machine who beat up his girlfriend, the porn star.
Okay, I do think there's some incidents associated with Terrence Howard. But
I really like the current War Machine.
Me too.
I think he's perfect as the character. I think he's great.
Actually, I don't know that I feel that. I feel like neither are great.
Oh, really? Okay.
My issue is there's no humor. And I know that Iron Man needs a straight man. Like, I know that he's the spunky one and he needs, like, a serious energy. But, like...
Is Iron Man gay?
No, straight man is in like someone to bounce off.
Oh, I could see Iron Man being gay.
He's like a little metro, but
I think he's exploring.
Who would you like to see Iron Man?
Thor.
Yeah, I second that.
I want to write some fanfic on that.
I would write Pepper Potts out in a second if I could see him in Thor.
No, or like Pepper Potts is like this dom. And she just wants to watch Thor and Iron Man together.
I think this is just Jen's personal fan fiction
Jen's sharing a lot.
The MCU universe.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Wait, okay. So that's our number one.
No.
I mean, in the sense that it's the only one we discussed.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's starting at 1.
Should we write that down?
Yeah, we
need
down.
a
there's a whiteboard. Can we use that?
Yeah. Okay.
Is there like an eraser?
I'll get you some paper towels. What's on the board right now, I guess?
Oh, I got like wine fold paper towels. Hold up.
What's on the whiteboard?
I don't know. Too bad.
I would love a movie that was like the Wives and Partners movie where it was all the counterparts.
Love that too.
Like, I would love Liv Tyler to return, Natalie Portman come back. I would love
Liv Tyler, you think?
Linda Cardinelli, who's the Arrow guy.
Oh, his wife.
His wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Green Arrow.
No.
I'm thinking of the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the Arrow guy?
What's his fucking name?
He's Renner.
It was Green Arrow.
I don't think it's Green Arrow. Is it Green Arrow?
Hold on. Don't move. Don't swivel your shit.
Hawkeye. That guy. Linda Cardinelli, like his wife, never to be seen again. I would love for her to be like kicking ass in a movie.
That would be. I mean, I think that I think I'd just like to see any any MCU, like in any Marvel movie, like with a female lead.
Yeah,
I know we're getting
Captain
one. I know we're
Marvel.
getting one. Yeah.
And we're getting a little bit of.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I had such a good plan. Hold on, I'm gonna switch it. No, it's not gonna work.
Joey.
I can't just hold it the whole time.
Why?
Rachel McAdams, like I would love to see her.
I mean, I assume she's gonna come back, but yeah.
No, but I want like a female centric, like I want an Ocean's 8 of MCU.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind this. Okay, perfect. Oh, this is what happens when we drink mimosas before we do
I'm
series.
not even gonna apologize
okay.
for it. This is the choice
Yeah,
that we made.
I don't know.
You can make it taller maybe too.
Okay. I think that that's good enough.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can barely see my.
So
handwriting.
the problem is you're gonna okay, you got it. We got Iron Man up there. All right.
Okay.
Next we have the Incredible Hulk
It was such a bad movie.
with Edward Norton.
No.
What did you not like about it?
Is it the one where he's jumping around the slums? And, like he gets dropped into this weird. I don't like. No. All the Hulk movies.
He's in Mexico, I think.
There are
He's
multiple
right-
Hulk movies. You're right.
Like-
Oh, sorry. We have to talk about the one that came out post Iron Man 1
but
with
that's
Ed Norton.
not in the same universe.
Yeah, it is. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, but there are two Hulk movies, correct? That
So
came
they're
out very,
technically-
very
yes,
close to
there
one
are.
another.
So we're
And there was
talking
one
about-
that came out before Iron Man, I thought.
Yeah,
right?
we're not talking about that one.
Okay.
It has to be the one that came out subsequent to
Great,
Iron
great,
Man
great.
that's
That's
part
what I
of
mean.
the
Yeah,
existing
okay.
I
universe.
briefly remember Edward Norton as Hulk.
Well, what do we think about Edward
asleep.
Norton versus Mark Ruffalo?
I really like Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, actually.
I think Edward Norton is a more credible white angry dude.
I think Mark Ruffalo just looks exhausted all the time. Which
does,
I know
but I
it's
kinda feel like
exhausting
that's
to be
part of it,
Hulk.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I also actually kind of enjoyed this movie.
Really? Oh, it was bad. It was so bad. I don't know.
It was also not my favorite, but
yeah.
I thought it
Number
was better
two.
than I expected.
Was it better than Iron Man?
No, absolutely not.
Number 2.
And I understand this is going to get it's going to get moved down the list from this number 2 spot.
Oh, yeah.
But I
More wine. Hand out the wine.
yeah. I think one of the major issues, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who's more astute at this than me, but I felt like the world was a little bit too small, that like so many of the
Yeah.
stakes were kind of low. Like, wasn't it just him sort of like protecting himself and like a cure for being the Hulk as opposed to
Yeah.
like saving the world?
Yeah.
And when you think about it in the context of like the rest of, sorry,
Don't
Terrible
apologize.
hostess
Don't
here.
apologize.
um,
Yeah, the world was super small.
yeah, and it's kind of a bummer.
It was a very self-centered movie. And I was like, I don't care about your illness. Like, it's weird that I don't know. Why would you try that on yourself?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
cool.
On to number
move on.
3, which I believe is Iron Man 2.
Is that the one where he looks like Elon Musk? He's having like this big Tesla event, but it's not Tesla. And then
It's the one where there's a lot of drama about what's happening with his heart. right?
Yeah. And it's the one with Whiplash, I think.
So the
and-
guy with
and
the
Scarlett Johansson
tentacles.
And Scarlett
appears.
Johansson
Black
is
Widow appears
introduced
for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She has some really great choreograph. Like her fighting is really
But
cool.
her character design is so shitty.
Her
I'm
what?
a character design. Correct? Character?
Wait, what do you mean by that exactly?
Like, oh, I'm a Russian spy, and it's one is.
Did she have an accent in that one? I forget.
Yeah.
they drop her accent so quickly. I don't even remember.
But they tried to frame her as like this
Same
Russian
with
like-
Scarlet Witch. It's like you had an accent for like 3 lines.
and also like America is known
She
to
has
have
an
beef
accent
with
the
Russia
whole
since forever. So like
time,
be
right?
skeptical.
It gets
Wait,
more.
wait.
It gets more. I mean, Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, by the time
she
you
drops
see
it. She
Infinity
drops
War,
it.
they don't even try anymore.
No, she's like I'm America now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like,
By
Bye.
Russia, mother country. No, so same with ScarJo. I was like, oh, really? Are we gonna go down that trope? Have you watched The Red Sparrow? It's the same thing.
No,
I have not.
but I have watched The Americans, which I feel like is also the same thing. Russian spies.
It's like how America romanticizes Canada as being like the perfect escape, or like the
Russians are like infiltrators.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're
Oh,
always secret.
No, stop it.
Well, okay, so here's where we get John Cheadle as Don Cheadle. He's the replacement for Terrence Howard.
Who?
War Machine. We just talked about
The
it.
MMA fighter.
None of that's still.
He's in jail now. Did you know? He really beat up. What was her name? Chrissy Mack. She was a porn star.
So I will say, I do think that Sam Rockwell is a pretty excellent villain. I don't care for Mickey Rourke as Whiplash, but I think
he was good.
But Sam Rockwell is great.
Yeah.
And I read actually that he was a contender to be Iron Man.
Really?
But instead he ended up as the villain in Iron Man 2. Mm-hmm. But so good, I think. Super calculated.
Definitely better than the Hulk.
Okay.
Iron Man 2.
Oh, wait, so what do we think? I
would say better than the Hulk, yeah.
What about Iron Man 1?
Yeah.
I would say it's not better than Iron Man 1.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Wait, were we supposed to do
Jen,
the
you're going to
theme
end up
song?
rewriting these things a million times.
You could just change the numbers.
Yeah, why don't we change the numbers
No.
going forward?
Okay.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Tim has left me with some Easter eggs.
Oh,
because apparently Iron Man 2.
Look at this good content.
After the massive success of Iron Man in 2008 set the Marvel Cinematic Universe off and running, Marvel Studios decided to follow it up with a sequel and 2 standalone films. The events of Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk,
I wish you
and
could
Thor
see how much text there is on that.
overlap
page.
little on the surface, but according to Marvel canon, these stories all take place within the same week.
Oh, really?
Isn't that a fun
Why?
fact?
Why?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So we're talking Iron Man 2, Thor, and Incredible Hulk, all same consecutively. We are not anachronistic when we talk about those 3 films. Okay.
I like how that's probably like a fact that they put on afterwards. Like they're just making
it's like retconned later?
They're making it up as they go.
I don't think so.
There's no
There's
way.
way too much
There's
scaffolding
not like
happening.
a single mastermind. I think it's just like all convenient coincidences.
I highly disagree. I think it's way too sophisticated of a
I don't know.
scaffolding.
If
I
it's-
think there's definitely been things that they've added on later, but
Yeah.
I would say overall, I think there's this
I
anticipated
think it's
structure.
been very well done.
I don't know. 'Cause
Yeah.
if it's anything like making a video game, there's a lot of like, oh, we should make it look like that.
But
And
these are
then-
like whole projects that get sort of released into the world, and then they have
Yeah.
time to kind of
yeah.
plan around it. I don't think that like they knew every single decision, but I think there was like an overall.
I think a lot of it might have been like, oh, we're gonna make it fit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with Gia on this one. I think it.
I'm sure we're both right. I'm
I
sure
think
there's
it- I
pieces
think it
that
was,
evolved over time.
I think
sure.
it was done very well. I think
Yeah.
there were ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about some of the returning, like the pervasive, prolific villains like Thanos or like Loki
Yeah,
or whatever,
and
it's like
seriously,
there's like
especially with
there's definitely a
Thanos,
vision
yeah.
there. Loki, there's a vision there.
Oh, Loki.
Oh, I love him.
About sort of like their growth.
Can we talk
and-
about more gay fanfic with Loki? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
please.
I think we should
Bring it
I
on.
think we should spend more time talking about the more recent, in my opinion.
Well,
We can go
gotta
through
move-
the list.
Yeah,
move
we should
through.
get through it. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're on Thor. Good or bad?
Wait. So
The first one.
Thor was before
That's 4th.
Captain America. Did it come out before?
Oh, sorry. Did I
Oh.
skip too far?
Was it? No.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I thought Captain America came out though before.
Based on the list I'm looking at, and thank you for pointing that out,
I think Thor was before.
I think Thor's next.
Oh, okay. All right. I love the first Thor movie.
I
thought
hated the
Oh, I
first
loved
Thor
it.
movie.
I knew I could tell while watching it like there were issues, but I liked it a lot.
I don't remember.
I especially love that moment where he breaks the glass and he says, "This drink, I like it," and he breaks it right on the
that's when
floor.
he
And he's
goes
like,
to
"Another,"
Earth.
and I think it's some coffee drink. I don't know, but
Yeah. No, I
thought
mean,
he was. I
seeing
thought he had,
Thor,
I
like,
think
out
he's
of
got
water-
really
fish out of
good
water.
comedic
Yeah.
timing. I was like, this
Oh,
guy's
so
funny.
that's when he gets warped into the desert.
It's when he's like a very selfish god or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he gets put in the mortal world. It's almost like to me, it felt like a Greek story, like a Greek mythology
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
almost. But
I
don't
love
know.
him in the Avengers movies. Like, I love him with the comedic timing of Mark Ruffalo and Tony Stark. I'm mixing up actors and characters, I realize, as I'm going.
That's fine.
But, like, I like him in that context. I do not want a Thor-only movie. I don't. I mean, Ragnarok was amazing. But
Ragnarok.
Yeah, but, like, I just was not invested in him or his
Oh, I
other
thought he
world
was so
at
funny.
all.
That's funny because like my thing is I dislike ensemble movies.
Oh, really?
Oh no, I'm like ooh.
I think they did. I think Avengers has done a great job.
Infinity War was the only one I enjoyed. Really? Out of the
Wow.
Avengers.
Not even the first Avengers movie?
No.
I strongly disagree there.
No.
I
enjoyed
disagree
them.
as well.
I'm like,
Okay,
give me
though-
more.
where would you
moving for the sake of time?
It's my personal favorite between
Number
those
one.
three.
Number
but,
one.
You're putting Thor above the others?
yeah.
Oh no, I would put Thor below. I would put it as number 3 right now.
What?
But we can settle for
Number
2.
two. Okay,
Two?
two
Okay.
below Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I believe we get to Captain America.
Okay.
Yes. So they came out the same year, Paula, which is probably why you're not sure
probably,
the order. Yeah. Actually, I should make sure I don't have any Easter eggs that I'm sitting on. No, I'm good. Tim did not prepare sufficient ones for me to miss them. Okay. What do we think about Captain America? Gut reactions. The worst.
Fucking snooze fest.
Yeah, I could tell that it was. I mean, it was a good movie, but I wouldn't watch it again.
No, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm a scrawny kid. Let me try on some drugs. Now I'm fucking America. No, get out of here. You're a fucking shit country in shambles. Sorry, what?
I think the Captain America movies get better later.
I'll agree because I love Winter Soldier, but I don't care about Captain America. Every time he's bossing people around in future movies, I'm like, shut up, get out of the way, let Tony Stark take charge.
Yeah. Like,
always.
What
Like,
kind of
always.
experience
He was
do you
always
have?
he was always the leader in the comics. Though,
I know.
right?
That's what Tim
Yeah.
keeps telling me, and I'm like, I don't know why he's bossing everyone around.
No. He's
You
like,
feel like it should be Tony Stark.
Yeah, 100%.
Tony Stark has like least experience.
I mean, I
like,
feel like that's part of. I mean,
I know that's the
no,
that's the central conflict
Captain
of Civil
America
War.
big
is
conflict,
like
yeah.
the intern who's being brought in, but his dad owns the business. So like he's like, hey, I'm gonna fucking lead this shit.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna prove myself.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna-
meanwhile, Iron Man is like, bitch, I've been working here for 10 years.
don't forget about me.
Yeah, and Captain America is like, no, my dad owns this business, kind of thing. I don't know.
I just don't. Captain America just seems very like one note to me.
Yeah,
like I
he's
just
very
don't
flat.
find him. Yeah, he's flat. Where would you guys place Captain America on this list?
Oh.
To me, he'd be right before Hulk.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Hulk fucking sucks.
I'm okay with that.
Jen's sparing no one's feelings.
Yeah, I actually might even put Hulk above Captain America, but
Oh, wow.
I know I'm in the minority on that one. I'm very attached to like contemporary.
I know I'm in the minority
grounded-
when it comes to Captain America in general. He's just not my favorite, but I know he's a lot of people's favorites.
I don't understand. It's like the underdog story in la-di-da-da, but I'm like, no.
But at this point, he hasn't been the underdog for so long.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Fucking learn to be your own man.
exactly.
What the fuck? You're so privileged. Be an ally.
Yeah. Okay. So our next movie, The Avengers, the first.
Oh, see, for me, this would go to number 1.
Oh my god, why?
I like it.
Sell me on it.
I
Sell
like
me on it.
Avengers. I
Sell me
like
on it.
Avengers.
Okay, I feel like we
Finally understand Shield a little more.
Yeah, we understand S.H.I.E.L.D., but I feel like it was all building up to this moment.
Right.
It brings them all together. They work together really well. It brings out more character development in Black Widow for sure.
I could do without Hawkeye altogether.
I don't know. He had some pretty cool moments. I feel like some fighting moments. Like there were. Some
I know that
cool
he's good in like
moments,
an ensemble
things.
fighting moment. I think I just don't. I find him really.
I don't remember.
We brought Mark Ruffalo in as Hulk,
Avengers
and
one.
I remember I saw this. Actually, I want to say this is like one of my first few dates with Kevin when I watched this movie.
Aw, that's why you like it so much.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I just remember I hadn't seen hardly any of them, but I thought in my imagination, because I had not seen Hulk before I saw this in theaters years and years ago, I thought they were introducing Hulk, and I was like, oh, he's a good Hulk.
Well, so I
like him.
will submit, because as you know, there are shows within
Yeah.
shows. I don't know how these work because I've never seen an episode of MCU review. Ragu Bagu.
Oh, rag.
Oh, ready? Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're supposed to say ragu.
Ragu.
Dun, 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 dun.
Biggity Bagu.
There you go.
Okay.
Solid effort. I'm proud of it.
Tim outlined the script for me. Loki, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Avengers.
Is it the first time he's getting introduced?
No,
No,
we had
he's
him in
Thor.
He's in
We
Thor.
had him in Thor.
He's a huge part in Thor.
Yeah, but so
don't
he's
remember.
for. I would argue.
Well, because it starts out and he thinks he's Thor's legitimate brother, and he
And then
finds out he's adopted.
Oh, that's
right?
when they go to
Yeah.
the ice planet.
Well, that's in Thor.
yeah, that's in Thor.
So then in Avengers, the first Avengers, he's the villain.
Yeah,
He's the main villain.
He's the main
Yeah.
villain, central villain, and I
Yeah.
think he is such a
He's a
compelling
very
villain.
good. I mean, he's a really good character. He's one of my favorites.
Me
Actually.
too.
But,
I would
yeah.
agree. He's definitely for now tops my list of Ragu baggity bigadoo bagoo.
Yeah, we don't have to sing it every time.
What
just
is
when we talk
that?
about it.
Ragu bagu, rad
So,
guys,
Paula, have you
raid
seen
bad
the
guys.
MCU
I
in
don't remember
review?
this part.
There are several
Rad
shows within
gals.
shows. One of which is Ragu Bagu, rad guys on bad guys.
Holy shit! You know what we should do? We should do a ragu bagu of My Favorite Murder.
Oh, brilliant idea.
My
Favorite-
favorite murder. What's
It's like
That's our
it's a
favorite podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's real
But
good.
so it's all real.
It's true
True
crime.
crime. And so we should
Okay, but
rate
we need
all
to-
the murderers. Sorry.
Yeah, we need to focus a little bit.
Yeah, we need to move on. Okay, cool.
So we like Loki as
I
a
love
Ragu
Loki,
Bagu.
yep.
So I feel like that moves Avengers up just that alone. I mean,
So maybe it's right below Iron Man
2?
No, Iron Man 1. Like,
Oh, number 2? Here?
Man,
I
would
think
put
it's
Avengers-
above. I think it's number 1 on this list.
I would say it's number 1, but,
Although I'm a-
Jen disagrees. So,
But that's how the ranking works. Is like it's
but
majority
Jen,
rules.
if you don't agree, then
Yeah.
your vote counts. So,
I don't remember half of that movie, so I don't.
But that's how the ranking of it works. If more than half of you think it should be 1, then it goes to number 1. So since both of you think it's above Iron Man,
Okay.
I feel it. I fall asleep during most of those movies, so it's fine.
All right, Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Which
What happened?
not my favorite.
okay, so this
What's
is
the
the
plot?
one where there's the guy who's a paid actor. Joey, what's his name? The
ooh,
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? He's an
Yeah.
actor. This is like, I love this movie.
Oh,
Can't
you
remember
do,
anything
really?
about it.
I haven't
I
watched
think
this
it's
one
so
in so
great.
long.
What?
It's like he's a the Mandarin.
Yes.
So it's like
Like
kind
the
of a bait and
fruit?
switch. No, he is supposedly this like powerful villain who turns out it's like just a green screen. Like it's like Wizard of Oz. Like it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Oh, he's literally just some like homeless dude that they were like Ben Kingsley, who they were like, we're just gonna give you money to like pretend to be the Mandarin.
Who?
This is the bad guy.
The bad guy. So I actually would put him up on my Ragu Bagu as well.
Oh, okay. What
I think
killed
he's-
me in the end was when he destroyed all the suits.
Yeah.
The suits?
The Iron Man
Oh wait,
suits.
is this the one where we get Pepper?
Pepper.
as Iron Man, yeah.
Pepper
as
Potts.
in an
and
Iron
in a
Man
suit.
suit,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then she's like really good at fighting.
Yeah.
Inexplicably.
I haven't seen that one.
And there's
I
like
think
a
you
shot
didn't
of
miss
her.
that scene.
There's like a shot of her in her underwear, and she's like ridiculously buff.
and you're like, when did that happen? Because you were just
Wait.
like an executive assistant last.
Do they?
Kevin says that executive assistants work out all the time. Oh, they hear you. Okay. Anyway, she
Not
looks
my
ripped.
favorite one.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
it's an excellent plot line.
Okay.
I love
where
the twists and turns.
where would you put it, Jen?
Neutral opinion. I think I either slept or missed it.
I would put it as number 3
Okay.
because I don't like Thor, and I don't think Thor
love
should be up
You
there.
guys are crazy.
I don't like Thor.
Iron Man 3?
Yes, Iron Man 3. Oh,
as
wait, you know
number
what?
3.
I got a little Easter egg for you sent from the beloved Tim Gettys. Pepper had a rough time during Iron Man 3, what with being abducted by Killian and frustrated with Tony's suits impacting their day-to-day life. Wait, was Killian the one who, like, you think is going to be, like, he's, like, in the first scene, he's all pimply, and, like, they meet him in an
Yes.
elevator, and he's like,
Yes.
meet me upstairs, Tony, and then he ends
Yeah.
up, yeah.
Or
Okay.
you mean Mark Zuckerberg? From the...
Okay. I think you watched the wrong series. Jen.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Mark Zuckerberg? No, never mind. It was the other actor. In the
Mark
Facebook the
Zuckerberg's
movie.
not an actor. Oh,
Are you thinking of Lex Luthor?
Yes.
No, different universe, Jen.
She needed needed a bit more stability. So in an attempt to give her, to show her just how much she changed, Tony fully devoted himself to his redheaded girlfriend by giving her a deep red heart-shaped necklace. But this was no ordinary necklace. Look closely and you can see that the chain is made from interlinked pieces of shrapnel that was extricated from Tony's chest from
So
during
on
surgery.
the 5 languages of love, he's
That's
definitely a gift giver.
It's a gift. Well, I've always said,
He did give her the giant teddy bear.
yeah,
That's true.
too little too late, Iron Man.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So we have officially ranked Iron Man 3.
Okay. What's next?
What's next? Thor: Dark World. Again,
Oh,
bottom
no.
of the
Not
list
my
for
favorite.
me.
No.
Just
Number
should we
8.
even discuss?
I loved Loki in this one.
Loki's. He steals the show.
I love him.
More than the
He's my
Hulk?
favorite. I do like him more. Yeah, I'd say this one's above Hulk. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not my favorite movie. But I like
I
Loki
actually
enough to
am
where
still
this
fighting
would
for
be above Hulk.
Is this the one where he
There's also this funny moment where he turns into Captain America and is like, "Look, I'm your new friend, Captain America."
Right.
I don't know. I felt like he made that movie for me a little bit.
Yeah. I am.
It's not everyone's favorite though.
It's not everyone's favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We are now on Captain America Winter Soldier, which is everyone's favorite, I think.
Why?
It is for the most part.
Why is it good?
Because it's not a superhero movie. Because it's a mystery. It's a thriller, which is exactly the kind of movie I want all of the superhero movies to be. And isn't this where we meet Hydra?
It is.
Yeah. So I feel like there's like a lot of implications for future installments of the Marvel universe.
It's also where we meet Bucky.
Well, we've met Bucky in Captain America 1.
Oh, yes. But I mean, we meet him as a
reemerge.
superhero.
Yeah.
Where he becomes a main character, I'd say. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, Joey.
Where in the Jen fanfic universe do we get some like Bucky fan fiction?
So who Bucky
is it post, like with
Do
his
you
arm
remember
or,
who Bucky is?
or
Yes.
pre-arm?
Okay.
Do you want to know who's fucking
specific.
Bucky?
You're
Is
okay
that-
with Stan's arm?
Yeah, I'm into
Well,
both
Bucky and
both
Captain
things.
America are both single, right?
So
Well, what
my theory.
Jane?
Hold on, my theory.
Jane.
No.
Wasn't
Jane,
that-
Jane Foster is
No.
Thor's girlfriend.
She's gone.
Oh wait, sorry,
she's
the other
gone.
woman. The other woman.
The one from the 50s.
The one from
No.
the 50s.
No,
She's a grandma, and then we have her
No,
niece,
no.
who is
No.
This is true, but
Who's her
that
niece?
wasn't compelling
No.
to me.
Bedtime
I
story.
didn't buy it either.
Bedtime story.
Okay.
Iron Man. While he's making out with Thor. Captain America.
Wait, can we exclude Captain America? I don't need him in this story. Take me out of it.
I just want Bucky.
Bucky and Captain America.
No.
Definitely had some very intense sexual tension in the
Yeah.
bunkers.
They love each other. They've
in
been
the
through some
army.
shit. Trauma
They've been through
brings
some
people
shit,
together.
Personal trauma, emotional trauma, and they supported each other. Maybe sucked a bit of dick throughout there, maybe as emotional support. Just like to feel some comfort.
my God.
But I definitely think this friendship has evolved into more of a romantic relationship than they're willing to admit.
I am not going to argue with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I
At
like them together.
all.
I also think of him as Carter Bazin from Gossip Girl because that's where I saw him first.
That's what I.
Joey
I
hears
knew
you.
that I knew
Yeah,
him somewhere.
right? He's Carter Bazin.
I
Probably we're probably me and Joey are the only ones that watch that show, but
Yeah, that's probably true.
he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to push for Winter Soldier to be top of this list.
Okay.
Who's fighting me? I know you didn't like it.
I just don't like Captain America.
It's a good movie, but it's not my favorite. But I'd probably say middle of the list. So
would say
maybe
number 2.
Maybe
Okay, should we put it below Avengers 1?
I'd say below. I'd say number 3, below Iron Man.
Below Iron Man?
Yeah, I would. That's.
I mean, hey, there's no system here, so that's fine.
So number 3?
Okay, if we must. But I feel like you don't even like Iron Man.
I don't.
So then why
true.
are you arguing for...
I don't know. I just feel like it's better than. I feel like Iron Man's better.
So you
than this
don't like
one.
Winter Soldier either then?
No.
Okay.
So wait, Iron Man 3.
I forgot who likes what.
There's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of movies, a lot of opinions.
What's the next one?
All right. I think this is Paula's favorite. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that is my favorite.
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite.
So I tried to watch Guardians before
I know you don't like it.
I know I love it
Yeah.
now.
Oh, you
In
do?
the context
Okay.
of the MCU, I love it. When I tried to
Really?
watch it out of sync, anachronistically,
Oh, see, it's my favorite.
I did not. I
one.
think I just wasn't well adjusted to how you
Yeah.
consume superhero movies. So I was like,
It's-
this is like not funny enough to be a comedy and not intense enough to be like. I was just confused
Oh.
about the genre. Now I think it's so high
Yeah.
ranking. For
So
sure.
that
my number
one's
2.
That one's my favorite.
Okay.
It's got my favorite character in it. It's got like my. It's just my favorite. I think it's hilarious.
So who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Yondu.
Yondu.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Because I love him and Peter's relationship, and I think it's really well done between
Yeah.
the first and the second event or Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think if you're talking
think it's
about like
super well
original
done.
and
Yeah.
sequel, Guardians of the Galaxy like takes the cake.
Yeah.
I think the growth,
Yes.
the storyline, I care about all the characters.
Oh, yeah. It's better than all of
closely
these.
followed though by Rocket because he's hilarious.
I love Rocket.
He's hilarious,
And I do not like raccoons, but I love Rocket.
Do
A
you want-
raccoon ate my rabbit when I was a kid. It
Yeah,
was
do you
sad.
guys want to like talk with Joey about raccoons for a sec?
Oh yeah.
I love raccoons. They're so cute. They live
They're all
so many
around
by
your
my
apartment.
house. I know.
There are raccoons by my apartment too. There's a mama and a bunch of babies.
The other day,
except now the babies are giant too, and they hiss at me as well as the mother.
So. The raccoon?
They
yes.
hiss at you?
I opened my garage
like
door the other day and heard like a scurry and got so freaked out. Like I ran to the other side of the street. And then I was like, oh, it was just a squirrel or something. You know, I like felt like talking myself down. I walked a few steps. There was just a giant raccoon like staring at me.
They're huge, man.
They're so big, and I'm so small.
They're really smart.
They're like bigger than your whole chest.
They're really
I know.
violent.
Like
yeah.
if a raccoon
They could
wanted
take
to,
you.
it could take me. I know Rocket would never, but
Yeah, you would.
not me.
Rocket's not a good person.
He'd want to like steal
I mean, I
stuff
love
from
him, but he's
Also,
not a
how
good
funny
person.
is it that we lost her?
I gotta go pee.
Oh, okay. Should we?
But wait, we haven't done any rank those abs, and I feel like I'm gonna put this on the screen for you guys.
Okay.
I feel like this is a really good,
Rank those abs.
yeah,
Okay.
Like with Peter Quill?
just in general in the Marvel universe.
Not in the first
Oh, wait,
Guardians.
but
certainly.
Drax.
Oh,
fit.
He's very fit. He's a
Yeah.
little too big for me.
He is big, yeah.
He's a little too
But he's
much.
super fit. He's actually really funny, like in the second movie, and
Yeah.
and also
No, he's got
in,
great timing.
Infinity Wars, I was like, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's great.
Everyone came together to excel in Infinity Wars. Like, I feel like
Yes.
everyone had great
The
timing.
funniest part of everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Groot too. Like I loved the ending when Groot sacrifices himself for everyone.
I know.
It was really
And then we
heartbreaking, and the whole while, like that Rocket
then
was
we
the only
get
one that would understand
Baby
him,
Groot.
and we get Baby Groot, It's
Who
great.
I would argue is my favorite character.
really
I love Baby Groot.
Baby Groot is my favorite. And when
He's
Baby Groot
great.
turns into Teenage Groot, I'm like,
It's
can we
hilarious.
not? I
Yeah.
want Baby Groot back.
I watched both Guardians 1 and Guardians 2 last night because they were just on TV.
Why not?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hadn't watched Guardians 1 in a long time, and I was like, oh, I forgot like how much I liked this, because I think I default to liking Guardians 2 better.
Well, the soundtrack for both is
Oh, I like the first one better.
unparalleled.
The
I
first
like the
soundtrack
first one
is way
better.
better.
Well,
in my
I don't want
opinion.
to skip ahead, but I think that oh my God, Kurt Russell
Yeah.
is like, what an incredible turn. I like
yes,
and
he's
what-
fantastic.
what a great storyline.
Yes,
He was so good. Yeah.
Like in terms of Ragu Bagu,
he's pretty up there.
I think he's a good villain.
I-
Even though
He
he's like a
is.
secondary villain kind
yeah.
of,
I think to me number one on there is probably Yondu.
but
'Cause
Yondu.
He is kind of a bad guy. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Thanos, I think.
Thanos is number maybe. might
Thanos
be.
is number,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
he's
might
up
be,
there.
yeah.
I think the ones that have recurring
roles.
presence, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
think
we'll get
I'm-
more to Thanos in the end, but
Yeah,
I
for sure.
agree.
But-
yeah, but the first I think the first Guardians is my personal favorite out of all of them. I think, yeah,
Okay.
except for I don't know, it's up there for me. So but I'd argue for this that it's number one personally. So how would you feel about that?
I am still uncomfortable that Captain America Winter Soldier is a. I'm uncomfortable with a lot of this. So wait, what? Wait, what's number 5? Is that Thor? See, this is my biggest
Number
issue.
5 is Thor.
Yeah, I feel like Guardians should be. I guess within this existing list, it certainly needs to be at least 4, if not higher,
Okay,
because I think it's above Iron Man 3.
100%.
I agree that it's above
but
Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Where would you argue for it? You think number 1?
But it's just my favorite. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Actually,
so
to
that's
be
just
fair,
my opinion. Yeah.
I enjoyed it more than Avengers.
yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Let's go.
Okay. Should I just move them?
Why
Well,
don't
we should wait for Jen.
let's wait for Jen. I think.
Okay. Should we get started on the next one while
Yeah,
we wait
let's
for her?
go.
Yeah.
Probably she fell asleep during it anyway. Okay, now we have Avengers 2: Age of Ultron.
I like that one.
It's a good one.
I mean, it introduced Scarlet Witch and Vision, who
Yes.
are pretty instrumental.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
you think about, first of all, obviously, Scarlet Witch's brother, who is Quicksilver?
I felt like he was killed off really quick, and that kind of upset me.
very suddenly.
Yeah. I would have wanted to see more of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so what do you think of Scarlet Witch?
I like her. I mean, I feel like her powers are kind of vague. Like I'm like how
She seems like Tim was
She's
explaining
actually-
she's really powerful.
she's crazy powerful.
Yeah, which is
and I
you
feel
know.
like we see more of that in later. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's very powerful.
Don't you feel, and again, this is like such a leading question because it's my opinion, but like, don't you feel like Scarlet Witch is tonally really different from the rest of Marvel?
Tonally how?
Like I just feel like her, and I'm not complaining, I'm just noting, because I like her, but I feel like there's something about her delivery and something about her dialogue that is very like she seems out of place. Like she seems otherworldly.
A little bit, and I kind of would have liked
she's
to
so
see more.
mumblecore.
I would have I would have liked to see more characterization with her actually in this movie, in the one we're talking about right now. Because had I known that, like, there was a lot of characterization between her and her brother, and that they, join Ultron in the beginning.
Did you get some
yes,
like some fan fiction vibes?
Yes, with her and her brother. Yes,
Jen's back in the room.
We're talking about. Wait, so first of all, Jen, where would you put Guardians? In this list.
1.
Me too.
Okay, cool. Okay. So we're doing that. Can you help us? Yeah. So you're away from the mic, so you'll just have to act it out physically. But what is your feeling about Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver fan fiction and their siblings?
In what movie was Quicksilver?
Yeah, he was a flash in the pan in Avengers Age of Ultron.
I mean, he was in most of the movie.
Oh, I felt like it was. You're right. He only gets killed off
till the end. Yeah.
I guess it's just that she was such a lasting presence in the canon, and he disappeared within 3/4 of a movie.
Let's be honest.
I do not like that at all.
Why?
What don't you like?
I love Jarvis. I love Jarvis as a presence.
What don't you like? Vision as a character?
Yeah, I like him as Jarvis. I don't like him as Vision. I don't like him embodied.
Oh,
really?
I like Vision.
It freaks me out.
Why?
Because he's like a computer /
and
Infinity
I don't think they
Stone,
made him okay, so he's supposed to be like a sex object, or not a sex object, but a romantic interest and a sexual partner.
And he was born yesterday.
And he's sort of icky look. I don't know. For me, it just.
I kind of agree in that he was born yesterday thing, but my impression. Well, I guess maybe we should talk about this more later in Civil War, because that's where we get more about it.
That's true.
But my impression of them in Civil War was a non-sexual relationship.
But then it gets real dirty.
But then it gets much more
romantic. I shouldn't say dirty.
It's
implied dirty.
Later
Sexuality.
It's implied that there is. But
I feel like he's very consensual.
In Civil War, I kind of thought that this was a non-sexual relationship, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
Wait, I might need an Easter egg.
What's the $69 thing?
Oh, for $69.
I'm going to the restroom, but you guys know my opinion of Age of Ultron, so I'll be right back.
It's so bad. It's
for
really bad.
$69 on patreon.com/kindafunny.
Okay, wait.
You can
so you don't like Age of
Ragnarok
Ultron?
account.
No, this fucking AI thing that just no, just fucking power him down. Power him down. He's just tech, everybody. Alien tech, sure.
Wait, is this the one where all of the suits go crazy?
Yeah.
I really liked that. Really? I mean, I thought it was a cool scene. I mean, I'm not saying
I can support it being a cool scene.
It's a cool
I know that
scene.
I'm in the minority because I don't like Age of Ultron.
What's that?
I don't really like Age of Ultron, and I know that puts me in the minority.
Okay.
It's just it's
I like when we see them confront their own limits. I like them see them confront their own
what limits? They're superheroes.
Humanity and their own philosophy. Yeah. I think that there's some deep stuff happening there.
I don't know. It's oh, look how privileged I am, and then let me be more human.
But they're privileged, but they're also powerful, and in a lot of ways, they don't know. They're using their privilege. The goal, I think, and that's part of the conflict with Civil War. Certainly, is the goal is to do good. Ultimately, I think for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of how to do no harm and how best to do so.
See, I think that's why I don't like ensemble movies. It's because it's kind of just a huge circle jerk of let's try to be better humans. And
you don't think that's good?
No, you can have that journey on your own and deepen your character design this way.
You think you can't?
In an ensemble, no. It's you have to stay surface level.
For each character, none of them get enough depth.
Otherwise, it's just we're trying to do better, but then they don't really because they're a group.
What I think is cool about the MCU, and to be fair, we're how many movies in? There's a million more movies to be made, hopefully, because I think it's great and they're building something amazing. But I think they do such an amazing job of having the solo movies that you really do get to delve deep into some of that stuff, and then the ensemble movies where you don't need to, it's not necessitated quite as much because we've gone deep with the solo movies.
Yeah.
And so you're invested in, that's the problem with X-Men, in my opinion, and not to derail, but I'm not invested in any of them because I haven't had solo movies for anyone but Wolverine. So it's like, I don't care or know about any of you. Whereas with Marvel, I'm more invested in each character or more characters because I've hung in there through 3 solo movies for a lot of them.
But they're not all great. I don't know. All
right. Okay.
What are we?
So we haven't placed Age of Ultron yet.
Where are we talking about putting it?
So I like it. Jen does not.
I hate all the Avengers
I'd
movies.
say it's somewhere towards the middle. I'd say it's above Thor.
I'm comfortable with that.
So like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
right. Ant-Man.
I like Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's great.
That is a good one.
So that's another one that I watched out of sequence. Like I watched before we'd started MCU, and I just seen it in theaters casually with Tim, and like I didn't love it because I didn't see it in the context of the rest of the MCU, and now seeing it within the story, I think it's one of the best ones.
So I enjoyed the movie, but I have to say, as far as Ant-Man in the Marvel universe, I kind of feel like he could not be there.
Oh yeah,
personally,
it's very small.
It's
like you might not notice him.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but he's not the most like I could forget about him, I guess is what.
But don't you feel like the comedic timing is so?
It is good. Yeah, it's funny, and I like that.
Why?
Well, his friend is a big part of it. What's his friend's name in the first one?
The one I'm thinking of is the Luis Pena. I think that's the actor's name. Character. Is that what you're talking about?
He's hilarious.
He's really good.
He's a really funny.
And I mean, I love.
He's very easy to empathize with, I think.
Yeah.
And I love Hank or Michael Douglas's character, Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Like the inventor.
Yeah, and his daughter.
Yeah.
The Wasp. I think they're great. I think all the characters are good.
It's just a weird fit in the overall universe, I feel.
I agree. Yeah. It's
like a side story.
It kind of could.
But so are Guardians.
I don't know. Guardians, I feel like
they were
in Infinity Wars, they became
but I
a
think
very
we didn't get a chance
story.
we didn't get a chance for Ant-Man to do that because his story is happening simultaneously.
Yeah. This is true.
So I feel like if they had allowed them to be part of that.
Yeah. I have nothing negative to say about Ant-Man other than I forget about it sometimes.
Yeah. Which is fair. Mm-hmm. Are you guys excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evangeline Lilly is so good.
Yeah. No.
Can she be in rank those abs? I don't know if we've seen her abs, but she's so buff.
Is she really?
She should be in there.
She's so
nice.
Yoked. Yeah. Yoked. Yeah. She's great. I loved her in Lost.
Guardians.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know she was like
Spider-Man
thinking about quitting acting after Lost or something, and I'm glad she didn't.
Yeah. No,
yeah. She was in The Hobbit, and now she's in. Now
Jen,
she's
do you need a top off?
Yes, please.
Ant-Man, so it's awesome.
Yeah. No, I think Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Spider-Man kind of all fit in the same category for me. If like they're
Which
not
ones? Ant-Man,
Guardians,
yeah, sure,
and Spider-Man, the newest Spider-Man. They're all side stories to me to the Avengers and MCU universe.
But yeah, and I think in some ways they're all more compelling.
Yeah,
depending on which one you're talking about and which movie. But I think they refresh and re-energize the Avengers.
I think they're also more anchored into the comic book style and tone.
Yeah.
And I think for the longest fucking time, the MCU, yes please. The MCU needed that. It's like the old Batman movies in the DC universe, right? It's so serious. It's so fucking serious. You're a fucking comic book character.
Do you mean which old Batman movies? Because there's a couple. Do you mean like oh, I'm sorry.
That's your phone.
What's that?
The Dark Knight series? Because I like The Dark Knight a lot. And
it's still, no, there was a really terrible one before The Dark Knight.
Was it the...
Don't say Batman and Robin. I'm going to be very upset.
Batman, not the Tim Burton ones. What?
I'm very upset.
You're gasping. What's happening?
Because I like that one. That's all.
No, the Tim Burton ones.
So you're talking about the one that's in the same universe as Dark Knight. Was it Batman Begins?
I think so. Because the Tim Burton ones were very comic book-y. So it's like Guardians and Ant-Man and Spider-Man, right? The most recent one. And I think that's what I missed for the most part. The Avengers are not comic booky.
Right.
They're just we're doing this thing. It's an action movie. You're watching the movie The Rock, right? But it's people in suits.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie The Rock? At the
I did not see that one.
In Alcatraz?
Yeah. There's some Fortnite action happening loudly at the room behind us.
Anyway, I feel like most Avengers movies are like action movies like The Rock or fucking Mission Impossible bullshit. But there's no comic book.
Well, that's why I loved Winter Soldier, because it felt like the kind of heist movies that I love. Because I don't think if it were more traditional superhero movies, I don't think I would quite like them as much, because I basically zone out during every fight
It's just
scene.
like, give me more comic
I can't
book
stand
scene.
fight scenes.
I don't completely. I mean, I know that some people do, but I really like the fight scenes. Actually, it's
Really?
one of the things I pay
Is it because you're an
attention
animator?
Maybe. I don't know. I just noticed like how cool certain moves are and like what it tells about the character and what they can do and what they can't do, and like
I
don't
love
know.
when they are really, the choreography is strongly tied to like how you'd imagine that character would fight, or like I understand that. I just don't like the epic battles that are like on the streets of New York and then in the sky and then like,
So
okay, so wait, we just moved. Sorry, I went.
Age of Ultron. And then Winter Soldier. Winter 4.
Soldier.
Yeah,
what are we talking
those
about?
are both done though.
Yeah, sorry.
What's the next one?
Skipped,
Oh,
we were talking
Ant-Man.
about Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
I put that somewhere in the middle too, personally.
Above Iron Man 3.
I think it has to be above Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Why is Iron Man 3 so high?
Yeah, it's weird. And
I feel like it shouldn't be
I
so
mean,
high.
I'm still uncomfortable. You can't see the list now. It's not your fault.
No, it's
just
not you.
we're just not systematic in how we're doing
Yeah, we're
this.
not at all. It's because we're doing it all at once, though.
Yeah, so it's sort of haphazard.
Sorry, guys, this isn't perfect.
What's next?
Okay, so now we are on to Captain America Civil War, which I did not love.
Really?
But people love it. I
didn't love it, but I liked one battle, and I think you know which one I'm talking about, where they're all fighting each other.
Which is amazing.
Which is awesome.
It's amazing visually. This is an example
and
of
Spider-Man's introduced, and also so is his eyes like moving, kind of his eyes being animated.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool's were. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought I think the premise of Civil War is like exactly what Avengers needed, in the sense that it's a little too easy to just have all of these powerful people come together and fight the battle. And like there needs to be some philosophical differences. And of course it's because the government is trying to intervene and there's this polarizing sort of political ideologies.
Yeah.
I love that as a premise. I felt like it was super forced.
Yeah. And again,
Like I didn't find it authentic to the story. And I understand Captain America and Iron Man being kind of polarized in that way, like that rang true.
But also,
I just think
like,
the actual fight scene, even though it was cool, I was like, this doesn't feel earned at all.
Wouldn't you
And I know I'm
tell-
alone.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And I was like, they wouldn't actually fight each other.
Wouldn't you tell
know what I mean?
Tony Stark if your best friend had killed his parents?
Ooh,
Real talk.
I think I would.
You have
Yeah,
to.
I think I would
would.
too.
You
yeah.
fucking have
it is
to.
a tough call though.
No, you have to.
Yeah,
Because that makes you complicit in a way.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd agree there.
And it's so haunting for him. You see, and
Yeah.
we've grown with him so much that
Yeah. You really empathize with him.
yeah.
That's why I don't like Captain America.
Where would
I
you
agree.
guys rank this one?
So I would rank it low. I would rank it.
See, here's
I mean, I still don't understand why Thor is so high, but
Oh, Thor, no.
I'd rank it above Thor.
I would rank it above Thor because I don't like that Thor's place there.
Yeah, 8 seems like a right.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What's next?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
Which I feel like it's going to be divisive between us.
This is not my favorite movie.
Oh, good. Okay. I thought you were going to like it.
I love the visual effects.
It's cool.
In it.
It's
like,
cool.
It's a beautiful movie.
It is.
And I love that like so much that I was really enthralled with the movie. Like all the special effects, all the magic aspects of it, I loved. I didn't care much for him as a character though.
I don't care about him at all. And I don't want him to be the new Iron Man, which is what I think they're
It's like
positioning
if
him to be.
I really hope
House
not.
became a
I really hope
superhero.
not.
What?
It's like if Dr. House became a superhero.
Yeah, and
You're
I'd
like,
way
no.
rather have House.
Yeah.
But him being really like egotistical was part of it, though, kind of. It was like he's supposed to be this really self-centered asshole, and that's how he gets to become what he is, though, too.
Yeah.
So it's very... But I agree, he's not the most likable character. I love Rachel McAdams in it.
She's great.
I thought she was
not
really,
enough of her, honestly.
Yeah, not enough of her.
A very supportive girlfriend. No, that's
not
that
even
guy.
really his girlfriend.
Oh,
She's
sorry,
like his
spoiler.
ex-girlfriend
Oh.
in the movie. But yeah, it was a real...
Yeah, she's sort of like a jilted ex who's like,
Yeah.
I'm here for you, but like not really her.
Actually, I mean, she's in the beginning. She's very like, because I remember one of the harshest scenes is when she's in there and she's like bringing him groceries or
Yeah, and
something.
she's like,
Yeah.
what the
And she's
fuck?
trying to help him, and she's like, "Hey, look, maybe you should stop trying to spend all your money and money you don't have on these treatments." And like, he says something along the lines of like, "You just need someone to take care of,"
Yeah.
and that's why he says something horrible.
No, he's
like,
accusing her
yeah.
of needing somebody to nurse. And she's like, she's like a
Correct.
mother.
Yes.
Which is like
So-
the most insulting thing you can tell to someone who's trying to help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So I don't care for much. I don't care for him as a character, but I thought it was a beautiful film.
Yeah.
And I don't dislike it. I've watched it multiple
Oh,
times. Yeah.
Easter egg time?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I have missed the boat on all my Easter eggs, so I'm going to backtrack. Guardians of the Galaxy. For an actor who only gets the opportunity to say one line over and over, Vin Diesel still gives the character of Groot an impressive amount of depth. Did Jim write this or just like copy and paste?
I'd agree with that.
You probably copy
Part
pasted
of the
it.
secret, according to director James Gunn, lies in the fact that Diesel received a special and secretive versions of the script for Guardians of the Galaxy and Volume 2, in which all of Groot's lines are translated into English. So I Am Groot actually has a meaning behind that. It's a
That
ghost.
should be our
It's
commercial
a ghost.
for this
Shit, fucking
video.
goes.
The ghost of Groot. Only Diesel and Gunn truly know what Groot says when he opens his mouth, and it's why Diesel can inject so much meaning into 3 simple words. And then the other one I missed, and this is the last Easter egg for the show. In Captain America Civil War, Bucky Barnes, having been implicated in the Vienna bombing and murder of King T'Chaka, is taken prisoner by Martin Freeman's Everett Ross. During his imprisonment, he's locked in a large glass container, which is labeled Deck 23 or D23. D23 is also the name of the official Disney fan club. Tim wrote this one, which is known for its bicentennial conference.
Have you read about
the D23 Expo? The D in D23 obviously stands for Disney, while 23 is the reference year to the year 1923, during which Walt Disney founded the company.
Have you read about the satanic symbols in the Disney logo?
Satanic symbols?
Yeah.
In the Disney symbol?
Yeah.
What?
Logo and like...
Wait, can you draw them? Which ones are they?
I don't know. Like there was some conspiracy theory about Disney being about the devil. But apparently in the logo there's some... how do you say it? Satanic symbols in the Disney logo.
Huh. Interesting.
So where would we rank it?
I keep saying this, but I'd say again somewhere within the middle. I do like it.
I like it low on the list.
Low. Okay. What do you think, Jen?
Which one was it again?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, right.
I would say only above Captain America.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
Pushing my Iron Man 2 agenda very hard. Okay, is there any, because we've missed some shows within the show, we haven't ranked any abs. Any shout outs to abs along the journey so far?
I mean, the two I think of are Peter Quill and Thor.
He goes, so Tim used to say it's the pratification. Like, Chris Pratt was like, just like a chubby guy on Parks and Rec. And
He
then,
was,
and then
he just got super hot for this
super
movie.
hot and
Have you
ripped.
seen his Instagram movies about the food he had to eat?
Oh
was
God,
like,
what is he?
Oh, what do you have to eat?
Is
I
it like
have-
egg whites?
No, it's like, oh man, my snack tonight is only like half a cucumber, but I'm gonna eat it right now and have no snack for later.
Wait, why even bother with a cucumber at that point? Like, why?
Because it's something to munch
I
on, I
guess
guess.
so.
I don't know.
Painful. Okay, so we nominate Chris Pratt.
Peter
Quill.
I mean,
I agree.
I feel like there's like literally a scene in Infinity Wars that's exactly this, which is when Thor's lying on the table and Drax is like, this is a man. And he's like, because he's like, you're
buff.
one sandwich away from being fat to like Quill, which is obviously not true because he's really fit too. But
yeah.
There's literally a scene in Infinity Wars
I feel like
that's comparing
that's
them.
like a Kim Kardashian quote. Like she said, when you're really curvy, the way that Kim Kardashian is, she's like, you're always one burger away from being fat.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing.
It's terrible,
say.
and also
especially
she's
because
beautiful.
you know how hard all of those sisters worked.
Yeah.
To be perfect,
Look the way they are.
Yeah.
And they all look really good.
and they all have amazing bodies. Yeah. Wigging out with Nick Scarpino.
Wigging out?
Am I supposed to sing?
Are we wigging out?
Joey, help me out.
Is there a song for this?
Is it a wig?
I
don't know.
I feel like this should
Wigging out
be
with
after
Scarpino.
shows when we finish.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like these should be show.
Well, usually they're integrated within the
Oh,
rhythm
okay,
of
okay,
the
okay.
episode.
So-
I just haven't dropped the ball.
Is it a
because-
wig?
So basically, any notable hair. Anyway, maybe you should just keep that in mind as we go through the rest of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
something to note, I think, is that
Her-
Scarlett Johansson's hair is different every time.
movie, and it gets
Every
better and
single time.
better. But there's been some mistakes.
Mishaps.
Yeah, mishaps.
Really? Oh, like with when she showers. You mean that one?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about in Civil War. Or no, Winter Soldier, where she like takes a shower and her hair's like wet, and she like talks to Captain America or something.
Yeah.
Then the next scene, it's like perfectly ironed straight.
Yeah, no, that's not how
Because I remember
hair
I was
works.
immediately like, that's not the way hair works, and we all know it.
That's like when I saw episode 3 of Star Wars, and there's Natalie Portman is brushing her curls with a hairbrush, like looking out to the night sky. Do you remember the scene? And I was like, did a man wrote this? Like there was no
There's
female
no way.
consultants.
There's no way.
woman would stand there with a hairbrush and brush her curls
No.
and then have perfect curls the next.
No. It would
You have
just
straight hair
become-
maybe, but when
it
you have
would
curly hair,
become-
like
no, my
You
hair is
know.
naturally
It
curly.
would
Yeah.
become
Yeah,
a
it's like
weird
you would-
fucking shaggy carpet.
it would be a mess. It would be a triangle.
Yeah, it would be a
And I was
poofy and,
like,
big.
They need to hire some female consultants for this
Yeah.
movie.
Hair is fucking
consultants.
hard.
Yeah, hair is really hard.
Okay, so what about Science with Kevin? Which
I don't know this one
so
at all. This
Tim
is
told me that this is the only one that you say the theme song at the beginning of it and the end.
This is the only segment.
Which
I
is
think it's fairly
Science,
new.
science with Kev.
Oh
Science,
God,
science,
I don't
science.
know.
I don't think that's how it
probably
sounds.
have nothing to contribute.
I have no
here.
scientific aptitude at all.
Me neither.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, moving on. Keep those in mind if you have some hair or ab comments.
Okay.
All right. So after Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
See, for this,
So
this would be
good.
number 2.
Number
I-
1 for me. I think it's better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
love-
agree with that.
Okay.
I like it better
But
than
I
the
like
first
it a
one.
lot.
I mean, I think Kurt Russell is, I
He's
think, a Ragu Bagu
He's great.
nominee because he's like a sort of surprise
Yeah.
twist.
He's great. Yeah.
And the implications there are intense for
Yeah.
Peter Quill.
I mean, the second it gets really dark, you remember that first scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 where his mother's dying with cancer, and he like runs out like sobbing. Like you remember that immediately when it gets really dark. So
Right.
I think that's very telling of like how intense the story
Yeah.
is, kind
You
of,
need to splash more.
Sure.
and why he's such a good villain too.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Little drops. I think the humor and the character design was so much better in the second one than the first one.
What do you mean by character design
Just
for
like
this
character
one? Like
arcs. The way that they.
Oh, I thought you meant look wise. Okay,
no,
cool.
really like the way they interact with each other and like the way they have deeper relationships. But I understand that this wouldn't be possible without the first one.
I think they've just created a really good world with Guardians. Like I
Yeah.
think they both are just like a great package, and so is
It's fucking
Infinity War.
Yondu. Like if you like
I love
Yondu,
him so. He's my favorite character.
in the second one, he's like so fucking.
Oh,
good.
and this is where we get
Mary Poppins. Oh yeah, the Mantis.
Mantis.
Mantis. Yes,
This is where we get Mantis,
who's really funny.
Who's great.
Okay, but Gia, I have a question. How did you feel about the humor with Drax like insulting her all the time? Because I was like unsure of how to feel about that. Like I was like, at first I was like, this is funny, and then I was like, this is getting a little bit bad. Like the way he's like calling her ugly. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was honestly like, it's so funny that you say that because it was so bizarre that I was like, I have to just go with it because
Yeah.
it was
Right.
almost like
Because it's a joke. Because she's beautiful.
obviously perfect.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's obviously like, well, because his thing is that
an
he's
unreliable like
a narrator.
character.
Yeah, like so he is supposed to be just like totally transparent with every thought he has, right? Like
Yes.
he's super literal, and it's like, okay, so he's clearly it's not a game. Like, he's not negging her. Like, he does find her ugly. Which is just like.
Maybe like because in his world, like
they don't see like gorgeous.
Yeah. Women are all
mantis looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't have the same social standards.
Right. Well, it just goes to show every culture has different beauty standards.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I liked her introduction though. She's a good character.
She's great.
She's funny.
She's so great.
Anyway, it would be number 1 for me.
Okay.
I'd say number 2, but I'll default to you.
I mean,
Joey.
based on this list, I feel like I'm fine. I'm fine with either.
Joey.
I would never rank those as my top 2, but
Joey?
I like it more than the first one, and I also like the Gamora Nebula storyline.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too. I forgot about Nebula.
I do not like Nebula.
Oh, I love her.
I want Nebula out of the way every time she's in.
I love her. I love her and Gamora's relationship in the second one. I love the line where she's like,
her.
I just want a sister. Like, to me, that was like crazy.
Yeah, I find her so one note.
And her relationship with Thanos is so fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like, it's so intense.
This is true.
All a little crazy.
Oh, Jen's rewriting the whole thing.
Oh.
No. I put it number 1.
Okay.
Then you're just moving the numbers around.
Okay.
Next one.
So our next one is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, I love it.
Which is so high ranking.
I have very few criticisms with this
yeah,
one.
Laura, so I love seeing like the Marvel universe in high school.
Yeah.
Like, awesome.
I love the commercials with Captain America in them.
Oh my God.
They were so funny.
Which recently became a
all of
meme.
them.
PSAs.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were so funny. Like, I thought, what's the name of the villain in that? I thought he deserves a Raggedy Bag of shout out.
Is it Vulture?
Vulture. Yes.
So it's Michael Keaton being.
And he had a really good motive.
Which also, holy shit, that twist that he's the dad.
Yeah.
Dude, he was. I really loved him as a villain.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Totally. Paula, how do you feel about that?
No, I'd say number 3 after Guardians.
I'm going to push for number 1.
I like
Number 1.
Guardians much more than this one.
Joey.
I think it should be number 2.
We
But
can
I
tell
also
from-
wouldn't be
Oh,
mad
it's
about
so
it being
good.
number 1 because I really like it.
Number 1
I'm
it is.
I'm putting in number 1. If
No, number 2.
Well, is it a majority?
I don't know.
I'm just here to be a tiebreaker.
we haven't been like voting in the
haven't really
traditional
been
way.
That's true. We've literally just been like reasoning till we agree.
Yeah, which is fine. Also, Marissa Tomei.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aunt May.
So hot.
Yeah.
Way different than the Tobey Maguire.
I
Aunt
am
May.
so happy about it. And they like made her hot. In
And
it,
it's
too.
weird.
Like,
There's kind of a weird moment though with Tony. Or is that in
it's in.
is that in Civil War?
It's in Civil War, but I feel like there's more
Multiple,
there's
right?
multiple weird moments, right?
I think so. It's been a while since I've seen it.
And by weird, I mean he's
Oh,
just
you tied it.
blatantly
Okay,
hitting on.
But I'm like kind of into it. Jen, can you also add this to the fan fiction list? Where you
Yeah,
have
I
an
was
Aunt
just about
May
to say,
Iron
can we
Man?
get some fan fiction? Marissa Tomei and Tony Stark. That's what sorry. Aunt May and Tony Stark.
Oh my God. Picture this. Parent-teacher meeting.
Wait, who's the teacher?
There's
Who
no
knows?
teacher.
There's no teacher. Tony Stark shows up as the father figure.
But she's his aunt.
Yeah, he's not his father.
Aunt May shows
has a
up as
many
the
friends.
mother
Father.
figure.
Oh, they're showing up together with a teacher.
Duh.
Okay, that wasn't clear.
Wasn't it?
I was picking up what you were throwing down, Jen.
And then there's this utility closet.
Because the teacher doesn't show up for the meeting.
Yeah. So like there's this weird confusion about when's the teacher going to show up. Oh, I'm late for bowling game night. And so they meet up in the utility closet and they're like, oh,
Wait.
Oh no, we're locked in there. Oh my God. Oh shit, you're Iron Man. And oh my God, you're Aunt May. And then it's like,
I'm totally into it.
I would read that fan fiction.
Yeah,
I would be great
I
at writing
wouldn't,
books.
Hey,
Oh, you're such a critic. I loved all the teen actors.
yeah,
So
they're good.
and they felt like real teens.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Zendaya.
yeah, she was really.
She's amazing.
She's great.
So is she? She's not Mary Jane though. Her name is not Mary
It's
Jane.
Mary
Jane
It's
is like
MJ,
the
but then we didn't
weird. She's a weird kid in the.
But is there going to be another Mary Jane, or is she Mary
No,
Jane?
she's the one in math competition.
No, but at the end they reveal her name to be MJ.
In the end, she says like, "My friends call me MJ."
Yeah.
But her actual first name is it's not Mary Jane. That's not her name. So that's why which one is she?
I wonder.
I think she'll be MJ, Mary Jane.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could take it a lot of ways. That clearly was a nod to something.
Because there's no Gwen or Mary Jane officially, really.
Not yet. But we are getting another one.
Anyway, next movie.
Okay.
I think she'll be MJ.
I think so too. Because like they wouldn't do that reveal and then not double down on that choice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I wouldn't be sad if there was a Spider Gwen.
Thor Ragnarok.
Number one.
Oh, I would not say number one.
Oh, I love Jeff Goldblum. I'm sorry. Enough said.
Is he?
Amazing.
No.
He makes.
I am convinced that he had lived.
I would
most
say
of
number.
his lines.
I would say number 3.
No, I think so too.
I would say number 3.
Paula,
number one. Number one.
It's not as good as Guardians
Overruled.
or Guardians 2.
It is so much better.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's good, but it's not better than those two.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Thor Ragnarok was the only movie from the MCU where we walked out and I thought to myself, I could totally immediately rewatch
I
that
went to
movie.
see it like 3 times.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I think I've only seen it twice, but I loved it. I was like totally committed to watching it.
That's
both
your
times.
guys' favorite one.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
Really?
For me, yeah.
I don't know if that would be true, but like based on this list, it's for sure number one.
I mean, it's not
based on-
Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't got to Infinity War yet, but I love Thor Ragnarok. I think it's
So far,
so
number one.
funny. It's the truly funniest, I would argue, and it's inventive.
It's the buddy cop movie.
Yeah, it's a buddy cop movie.
Okay.
What else do I like?
It's
about
not my favorite, but if everyone else agrees, that's okay.
Yeah, for me personally, Thor and the 2 Guardians are my top 3.
Okay.
So I feel like on any given day, depending on my mood, they can kind of shift around and stuff like that.
What do you guys think of Cate Blanchett? Hela?
Hella.
I kind of felt like Natalie Portman, Jane Foster, like I wasn't crazy about her, but I kind of felt like I thought that there more was going to happen with her just because there was so much buildup from the second Thor, Dark World.
Yeah.
There's so much with her. So I was kind of like, oh, I thought maybe there was going to be like maybe she was going to be in it, I guess. Like I felt like weird that she wasn't in it at all. So I kind of felt like it was weird, the introduction of Hela. Like she was funny, but oh no, I'm sorry. Hela is I'm thinking of a different character. Yeah, Hela's great.
Yeah.
Hela's his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hela's hilarious.
Because Tim didn't like
she's
her.
like she's a good villain. Yeah.
I really liked her.
Yeah.
Would she be high ranking on your Ragu Bagu?
Yeah, she'd be high ranking.
Yeah.
This is a weird one just because I feel like when I think of Ragu Bagu for this movie, I think of Jeff Goldblum way more than I think of her. Like I think he left
But
more
see,
of a
I think that's
lasting
just a
mark.
testament to how great Jeff Goldblum
I
is. That
agree.
you want him ranking on
She has
every list.
She has a
That's
Jen is
Paula's
being really
mom.
weird with my mom.
I love her. She's
My
hashtag goals.
mom has a little river.
She has a waterfall falling
This is
into
at
like.
the cabin. This is at the haunted cabin.
Let's fucking go.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. But this has really good Ragu Bagu in my opinion for
Ragu
Jeff
Bagu.
I think-
Goldblum,
Yeah.
and it has number 1 ranked.
Oh
those
yeah,
abs,
no,
I
it's
think,
got the
too.
best Ragu Bagu.
Dude, I'm so in on all of that.
And I really liked, I think this is the only movie where I've actually really liked Doctor Strange for his little segment.
Oh
Yeah,
God, I
at
don't
the
even remember
beginning.
him.
Oh yeah, he is really
When
good
they're
in this
trying to
one. It's
find,
funny. It's where he
and
he
Loki are
refills
together.
Thor's glass.
Yeah,
like,
his
remember?
beard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Thor's like, what the fuck?
And Thor
Yeah.
is like looking at it like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really liked Loki in this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a bunch
I
of
love
good
Loki.
villains.
And Loki's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
still.
Loki's
I love
just-
him
yeah.
so much.
What's the next one?
All right, we're getting close to the end.
Ooh-wee.
We got Black Panther. I think that's the second to last.
Number 1 or 2 for me.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't have enough humor for me. I appreciated what it was doing. I enjoyed watching it, but I like the funnier movies and it was just too serious. I do like Michael B. Jordan. I give him a Ragu Bagu shout out.
So good.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
a great rag.
I'm
Also
gonna
rank those
default to
abs.
you guys on this one because I've only seen half the movie.
Oh wait, what happened?
I just had to leave the theater to go back to work. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I would put this one at like number 4.
Oh,
I'm okay with
really?
that.
Above Iron Man?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that.
No, above Avengers.
Yeah, because I liked so much of this movie, but because it didn't have like the comedic thing, and that's just like a personal preference.
I'm down with that.
I'm comfortable with that too.
What I would kill to see, which I've said a couple times, is I would love to see Black Panther, but from Michael B. Jordan's perspective.
Yes, because he was such a compelling character.
Yeah, he was great. Of like, you could totally have it be like a redemption arc of like, I'm going back to like take my rightful place on this throne and stuff like that, and you could totally have it told from his perspective, and I think it'd be great.
I loved how many strong female characters there were and how much attention they got, and like their fight scenes and their presence. Like I enjoyed all of that. I thought the sort of secondary characters were really great.
I agree. Yeah.
But in general, tonally, it's like not. It doesn't really rank that high for me.
Yeah, it was way more serious, and I think because we hadn't gotten a serious origin story in quite some time, because Spider-Man wasn't like that at all.
It was not an origin story.
No.
But for Spider-Man, I felt like it was good that they skipped the origin story. We've had two of
so
them.
many
We've had
times.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Like,
we know.
Yeah.
We get it.
He gets bitten by a spider. Yeah.
What's the next one?
So I think we're on the last one, right?
Infinity Wars.
Infinity Wars.
Dun, dun, dun.
I
Jen, my mom says
loved
tell
it.
her hi from me.
I'm going to send a photo. Hold on.
I'm interested to know what Jen thought of Infinity War as someone who doesn't like ensemble movies, because I thought they did a really good job of
So you get in here.
balancing and stuff like that. Picture time.
It's for Paul's mom.
I thought Infinity War was incredible.
I loved it.
That's a really bad
I know
photo.
the reason I say that I think they nailed it is that I cared about every single different thread.
Same.
Yeah.
Like every time they move away
wasn't
from one
bored at
thread,
all.
I was like, oh wait, I want to follow that thread, and then
Yeah.
I move on to the next one and be like, wait, I want to know what happens here. And they did such great jobs of creating these different dynamics, like cross genre and cross world. So good.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
I felt like they had a good balance of like comedic stuff of like I really liked the Thor and Guardians.
Me
Yeah.
too.
thread.
I loved his relationship with. I liked when he said, "This is my friend Tree."
Yeah. Yeah.
It
My
was-
favorite thing about
moments.
the movie was definitely the banter between all the different groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, ones that had never met each other before.
yeah.
It was really good.
Like, let me tell you about my plan. And then Chris Pratt's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
he's like,
shitty
let me make the plan, and maybe it'll be really good.
Well, it's like they're all like kingdoms of their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Kings of their own kingdoms, kind of. So it's like fun.
And there
to
was
see
so
them.
much, so many epic things that happened with
Yeah.
it. It was
And then the
it was a really
ending.
good movie. Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
I felt like there was a lot of emotional resonance. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
even starting at the beginning with like Loki dying and stuff like that, and being like,
Oh my God.
damn,
Right off the bat,
this
you're
is
like, okay,
everything's
shit.
on the table.
Wait, okay, so what do you guys
that
think-
upset me a
What
lot.
do you guys think of Thanos?
I love him as a. I mean, he's got such a good motive.
It's the
I mean,
first
it's so
time.
benevolent.
He
in
might
the
be one
sense
of the few villains, and that he's
Yeah.
kind of right.
It's righteous.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
very righteous. And
He's
like,
like,
he's
look,
explaining
there's a
it.
problem.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm gonna solve it.
I think that's
even
why-
though it's horrific
yeah.
and it's genocide. Like he believes what he's
It's
doing
mathematical.
is right. You know.
yeah. I mean, it's
And
hard
he
to.
was just
And the
very
relationship with
yeah.
Gamora, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was glad there was so much of it because it was so played up in Guardians 1.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that she was his
true.
favorite daughter
Yeah.
or adopted daughter. And there was even that moment when she was a child.
Yeah.
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 I thought it was
All right.
good.
So maybe number 2.
I'd say number 1.
I put
for
it
me.
number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above Ragnarok.
I think it's because it's the culmination of so
I
many
put it above Ragnarok.
storylines. I
Okay.
think
I'm okay with that.
it goes above it for me.
Also, Paula's mom says you can't tell in the pic, but it's the floaty is colored like to look like a chocolate donut.
This doesn't mean anything to the people watching.
All right. Did Tim give me any instructions about how to close this out?
No, probably not.
recap of
I think there is one. Oh yeah, Jen, take us through what the final ranking was.
Walk us through.
Okay, so number 1, Infinity War.
Can you hold the
Number
microphone
2
closer to
is
her?
Thor Ragnarok. I need a microphone.
You can't. You got to squat.
Okay. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, tied with Spider-Man.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Number 4, Black Panther. Number 5, Avengers. 6, Iron Man. 7, Winter Soldier. 8, Ant-Man. 9, Iron Man 3, which I don't remember. 10, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Wait, sorry. Is Iron Man 3 after Iron Man 1? Oh, it is. Okay,
it
cool.
is.
Cool. Okay.
11, Captain America Civil War. 12, Thor. 13, Iron Man 2. No, I fucked up my numbers there. 14 or 15, Doctor Strange. 16 or 15, Captain America. 17 or 16, Thor Dark World. And the last one is Hulk. Which sounds about right.
I'd agree with most of that.
Yeah.
Hulk is so bad.
I feel like it's a good
I'm
list
okay with
for
it.
compromise.
I'm okay with it.
What's your biggest grievance, Gia?
The numbers are not right.
There's some confusion with the numbers.
Yeah.
I would say my biggest grievance is Thor.
But it's not that. Yeah. Number 13.
Thor is
why
number
do you
13.
care?
I don't like
13
Thor.
out of 18?
Oh, but it's okay, but it's
I would
better,
put Iron
it's
Man
better
2
than
I would put that
the other ones.
No, I disagree. Iron Man 2 would be above it.
I disagree about Iron Man 2.
That's probably the only one, actually. I don't like any of the others either.
All right. Ragu Bagu, number one, Ragu Bagu?
Number 1, Ragu Bagu.
I think it's got to be Thanos.
I agree.
Yeah.
Closely followed by Loki.
Loki.
Hela?
Well, and Jeff Goldblum,
No.
too.
And
Loki-
Joey's throwing
Loki
in Jeff
is-
Goldblum, who wins any ranking that he's on.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Loki is one
Jeff
of my
Goldblum.
favorite characters in the Marvel Universe, period.
He's-
I love him, and
He's so fun. He's such
I
a
love
little
him.
trickster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Thanos was very well done.
Yeah.
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 Joey, come cheers.
But wait, what about who we need to rank the abs?
Well, okay, let's rank the abs. So Thor,
Peter Quill.
Well, wait.
Peter
What
Quill.
about Captain America? His abs are pretty good.
But he's annoying.
Yes, that's
he's
true.
He's a little too righteous.
Is the kind
for
of guy
me.
that you have sex with and you're like, don't talk. Just,
You're just nice to look at.
I think Tim did leave you a closeout on there, by the way.
What's that?
I think Tim did leave you a
Oh, did he?
closing statement.
oh. She's going through her notes, everybody.
Okay, then it has to be when we're really done. You guys ready?
Okay.
We're done.
We didn't do Science with Kev, and we didn't talk about wigging out with Nick Scarpino. Any wigs you'd like to shut out?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Come
let
back
me
next
think.
Thursday.
No, everybody's okay. Wigs are fine.
I feel like was Thor wearing a wig for the first half of it? He was, huh? Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh, what about the collector?
Yeah, his
The
is
Collector,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
hair, dude. Bad hair.
Okay. Come back next Thursday at 9 a.m. for even more of whatever this is. Thank you.
Joe, make him cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
No one can press a button after, so we'll hold the pose for a really long time. Your glass is so full. What
Yeah,
the
I
fuck?
God.
Cheers.
Cheers.